Welcome back. You are still tuned into CTD. This is CTV. Now, this is the part of the show in which we bring you stories about entertainment. And today we are talking about David Nkutalo Tyutulo's career. Now, he is an author, publisher, filmmaker, journalist, and television producer. He once wrote a poem titled On the Death of Mama Africa, a poem dedicated to the late Miriam Makeba. From then, he never looked back, embracing the art of storytelling. He registered a media company in 2018, naming it UNkuthalo Media. He has published a number of books for himself and clients, and our very own Stephanie Pete had a chat with him to tell us more about his career. Stay with us.
Now, it's always beautiful to know success stories from one of your very own. And this evening, I am joined by David Tyutulo, who will be telling me about his journey. He's very familiar with being behind the camera, but today he is joining me in front of the camera. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you, Stephanie, for having me.
It's a pleasure. So you wrote a poem to Miriam Makeba when you were in grade 10. What was your inspirations behind writing this specific poem, and did it have any relation to your life?
I think it's because of journalism in me, because I furthered my studies to study journalism and media studies. So in 2008, after the death of Miriam Makeba, I heard a lot of people talking about her, mentioning the things that she has done for the community, like for an upcoming artist and her music. So after hearing those talkings, I thought, no man, let me write a poem about her and see where can this poem take me. Then lucky for me, my former teacher, Ms. Noluthando Magodla, took the poem and sent it to City Vision for publication.
Wow.
Then I had a lot of people calling me from Khayelitsha, because we had our newspaper was Kasi Vision in Strand. So City Vision was only in Khayelitsha, if I'm not mistaken. So I got a call from people from Khayelitsha that know me, because I grew up in Khayelitsha before I went to Strand, saying, no, I'm good. They saw my poem, then it started from there.
Wow, beautiful. Have you always had a love for writing, or was it something that you developed after you studied journalism and media studies?
I think it's something that I was born with, even though it only came out in 2008. Because in 2008, I also wrote a drama story that was titled Ndabethwa Kukungazi, meaning I've suffered because of my mistakes.
Wow.
So I wrote that drama and I wrote it in a counterbook. But unfortunately, my younger sister was playing those houses outside. So she took it outside and played with it, and then the rain, then I lost it. Yeah.
Wow.
So I kept on writing. Until 2015, when I wrote my first novel to be published, which is Ukuzingela Iphupho.
Wow, such a beautiful story. Now you do have a specific niche in which you write. So you do write in isiXhosa. Why is this, and what motivates you to write in this specific language?
Firstly, our language is slowly but surely going down. Because our people are rushing to learn the other nations' languages.
Wow.
But mostly English is dominating. So I'm one of those who are in a process of reviving our language.
Beautiful. It's beautiful that you mentioned that, because a lot of other languages take preference and they do dominate, specifically English. So do you plan on writing in other languages, or will you stick to your home language for now?
For me, English will come after. For example, there is one of my novels that I've recently translated. It's titled Emva koMngcwabo kwabakho intiyo, meaning after the funeral there was hatred. So
Wow.
I'm done translating it. I've sent it to another editor, an English editor. She's busy editing it. Maybe, I think, by the end of July it will be out, the English version.
Wow. Now, a lot of your books have been published, and a lot of people actually do read your books. What is your motivation behind writing, and what is the process like for you as an author?
My motivation are events that are happening in our daily lives. All of these 36 books that I've wrote are from what we've been talking about with people. For example, the first one was Zingela Ipupa. We were chatting in a train from Strand. I was studying in Cape Town. Then out of that chatting, I managed to develop a story and wrote Zingela Ipupa. So all of them comes from.
There's a story behind
Yeah.
what you write. Wow, that's beautiful. And what is your current book about? Can you tell us more about that?
I recently released a novel titled Ithetha. There I'm telling a story of a lady that was supposed to be married with a guy in a marriage that is organized by parents. But then as time goes, also her family asked that she must go to study first before she go to get married. Then there was an agreement on that, and that family paid lobola, everything. The setting happens in the Eastern Cape. Then after that process of lobola negotiation, she went to Cape Town to study further and studied nursing. Then she worked in one of the local hospitals in Cape Town. There at work she met another guy, which she developed feelings for. Then she got married to that guy without informing her parents.
Sounds tricky.
Yeah. So in the process of getting married to this guy, since she knew that she already been paid for a lobola, she asked someone who is related to her with a clan name. Her clan name is ngoncwadi, uGeorge uZikhalutiyeka. So lucky for her, she met another old man who was using the same clan, but then she was a homeless guy, sorry. Then she made an offer to this guy saying, you know what, I'm gonna buy you a house, 2 houses, one you're gonna live in it, one you're gonna rent it out. The only thing that I need from you is you represent me in this lobola negotiation. So from that guy, that was gonna help him to start his life afresh. He took the offer, and then she got married to this second guy. As time went by, this guy cheated on her.
Just by hearing it, it's very intriguing. So where should people go out to find this book if they want to read it and want to hear more about the story?
Currently, I'm working with 5 bookshops as a publisher, because I'm also a publisher. So I'm working with 5 bookshops, but here in Cape Town, they can get my books from Clark's Bookstore and the Book Lounge.
And on social media, where can they find if they want to learn more about you and your
On
work?
social media, they can search UNkuthalo Media or UNkuthalo Publishers, or even search me personally, UNkuthalo David Tyutulo.
Beautiful. Do go out and find David's latest book. It sounds quite intriguing just by hearing about it. I will definitely see if I can get it as well. Thank you so much for joining us, and we wish you so much blessings and love on your future further.
Thank you, Stephanie, for having me.
Thank you.
That was Stephanie Beat talking to David UNkuthalo Tyutulo about his career and also his writing ability. Now, after the break, we check out the weather forecast. Stay with us.